All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in, and I've been meaning to get around to talking about this for a minute now, guys. Just really hadn't had a chance to do it, so I figured why not turn on the camera and do it now while I'm not doing anything. So I'm going to talk about it. We're talking about Canelo Alvarez. You guys know Canelo Alvarez is set to return to the ring next month. He'll be fighting May the 3rd to be exact, Cinco de Mayo weekend in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And he'll be taking on a lad by the name of William Scull. William Scull is the guy he's fighting. Now, let's keep it real. We're not really that familiar with William Scull. I know a lot of us aren't. And the rumblings I've been hearing is William Scull is just another cherry-picked fighter that Canelo Alvarez has picked because he doesn't want to face stiff competition. He doesn't want to face the tough guys. And normally, I would agree with that in a sense because we all know he didn't want to fight David Benavidez. We know that. You know, he opted to fight guys like Edgar Berlanga, guys like Jaime Munguia, even though David Benavidez was his mandatory challenger for 2 years. He wouldn't give him an opportunity because, let's be honest, David Benavidez was a threat. You know, he was a credible threat, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions. Even a lot of Canelo Alvarez's peers wanted him to face David Benavidez, but, you know, he just won't pull the trigger. Now, William Scull, I'm going to give him a pass on William Scull. And the reason I'm giving him a pass on William Scull is because William Scull was his mandatory challenger, and when he didn't face him, he wound up getting stripped of his IBF title. So that IBF title is a larger piece of the puzzle that's needed for when Canelo Alvarez goes into the super fight with Terrence Bud Crawford in September. That's going to make that fight that much bigger. The face of boxing versus the pound for pound king for undisputed. So William Scull fight is necessary, in my opinion. I like to call that necessary evil. That is a necessary evil, and I'm going to give him a pass for that. And I think, you know, he's probably going to win this fight hands down. Now, like I said, I wasn't familiar with William Scull. So I looked at his box rec. I think he's 23-0, 9 knockouts. He's a Cuban fighter, Orthodox fighter. I think he actually lives in Berlin, Germany, if I'm not mistaken. And I looked at some of his highlights, and he seems to be a fighter who, he's a volume puncher. He does throw a lot of wide shots, though. I would say he has respectable power, mediocre footwork, and he doesn't move his head a lot, and I think he leaves himself wide open for counter shots. So I think, in all honesty, it's going to be easy work for Canelo Alvarez. You know, I don't want to just say he's not going to be, you know, a credible threat, but just from looking what I saw, I just see Canelo Alvarez coming out with his hands raised, possibly, you know, a knockout in this fight. But like I said, he's necessary evil. You know, that IBF title that he holds that was stripped from Canelo Alvarez, that's a necessary part of the big equation for the biggest fight in boxing. So like I said, I'm giving Canelo Alvarez a pass on this one. Fight William Scull, but be ready for the biggest fight of your career, in my opinion. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this upcoming fight. Is this something that you want to see? Do you think, do you want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford? That's what I'm really interested in. You guys let me know how you feel about that one in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.